Reducing our appetite is the biggest lever we can pull when it comes to weight loss and transforming our diets. So today, let's cover the 5 ways to do so, starting with number 1, appetite suppressing substances. This video will cover the hard hitters. We're gonna start off with the bangers. To suppress appetite with the most minimal struggle and the smallest impact to your day-to-day life, the first thing we can incorporate is substances like caffeine and other similar stimulants that you can research online. I'm not gonna try to peddle you anything that's unhealthy, but essentially any stimulant you take in, any dopaminergic substance, which just means it boosts your dopamine, will also have an appetite suppressing effect. And downstream to this, even stuff like playing video games and any other dopamine increasing activity will reduce your appetite by virtue of increasing your baseline dopamine. So yes, at the end of the day, playing video games is not only a good distraction from junk food, but it can also put all your motivation towards the game and you won't really want to eat. Now, is this a good way to go about it? Probably not. Is it the healthiest way to go about it? Should you pump yourself full of stimulants to lose weight? No, it's not good, but this definitely will and can make a difference, so it's worth experimenting with. Number 2, high fiber foods. So I in the past used to eat over 2 pounds or 1 kilogram of carrots every single day. From this, I turned orange. I probably had way too much beta carotene in my system, but any food that's high in fiber is typically also super low in calories because fiber is 0 calories, we can't digest it, and also very dense in volume. So almost every single vegetable is quite high in fiber. Some fruits are high in fiber. You know, some oat products are high in fiber. So the more we can incorporate these into our diet, the longer they're gonna keep us satiated. One thing I can tell you about fiber is don't immediately jump into eating a bunch of fiber. You actually have to slowly titrate up for your stomach to not go crazy. And also try not to go over 70 grams of fiber per day, as that might cause some gut problems. Number 3, high protein intake. Protein per calorie, if you don't know, is the most satiating macronutrient. Now yes, fat is the most satiating, but since fat has 9 calories per gram versus protein's 4 calories per gram, at the end of the day, if you had 2 grams of protein, which equals 8 calories, that would be far more satiating than the almost 8 calories from fat. So with this, besides fiber, it is the most satiating macronutrient. It takes the most amount of time to actually process and break down protein into amino acids compared to any other macro. So not only do you get the benefits of increased muscle retention and increased muscle growth, even if you don't work out, you also get a whole lot of satiety. Number 4, time restriction. One of my favorite and easiest ways to decrease appetite is any form of fasting if it works for you. Once your hunger cues kind of re-regulate themselves, you can literally not feel hungry for the entire day, have 1 or 2 meals at noon, and then go to bed completely chilling. You know how most of our hunger and most of our diet fails come at the end of the day when we're like super fatigued and super tired? One idea that I had at the age of 17 or 18, I was like, hey, why don't I leave all my calories towards later at the end of the day and then just eat later when I'm done all of my work? Because I'm not really hungry throughout the day, throughout the morning, and I always would fail my diets later before bed. So I started leaving all my calories before sleep, or between like 7 to 9 p.m. And this made a noticeable change in my weight loss. So you can just skip the food throughout the day, backfill everything to later in the day, and you'll be far less likely to overeat. And lastly, number 5, get active. You can't really be hungry when you're doing cardio. You can't be hungry when you're lifting weights. You can kill 2 birds with 1 stone by burning calories and also reducing appetite at the exact same time if you get active. So if you want to do cardio, find a cardio method that you enjoy, find a cardio method that you like. It's a great way to distract yourself from the cravings. And one thing that I used to do is, specifically if I crave junk food, I would use that as a trigger to actually do cardio, and this greatly helped me lose a lot of weight. This is one of the main things I used in the biggest diet that changed my life forever. If you want to see faster results in your weight loss, press the first link in the description. Join our free Skool community. Check out my fat loss masterclass. If I give you anything of value, consider subscribing, and don't forget to stay savvy with your diet.